So, I'm a victim. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today, this is gonna be a very different thing, and I think you guys noticed from my voice, I'm kinda sick right now. Yeah, I know, in my country, it's kinda, the weather out here, it's kinda going hard. And based on the very first line that I said about this video, I'm a victim. Don't worry, I think this is in the past where I get to actually laugh at myself or laugh at the current situation. So this is not really a very hard topic for me. So I am not like gripping onto my knees. I'm not like, oh, I cannot talk about this. It's gonna trigger my past. No, I'm perfectly fine. And as you can see, this is a whole new layout. This is gonna be like a new addition to the whole entire channel as a whole. It's just essentially like that. But that's all of the announcements that I have. We're so close to reaching 10k subscribers, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of the support that you have given me. And it's like wherever we are in life, I'm still grateful for all of the support, and that's all that I could ever ask for. So let's actually move on to the main topic. So do you guys know what Amino is? It's the application that we all know and love back in like 2020, where we would download this on Play Store and just get groomed by 30-year-old men online. I know it sounds negative, and there are so many positive experiences that I had with it, but I'm just gonna share my experiences from me as a consumer back in 2020 up until like 2023, 2024. I don't know. Well, 2024 was like a year ago, and I still have the application right now. I just don't open it, but whenever I wanna like have a laugh and a gig, do I wanna put on screen the profile? I am not doing that. Okay, but maybe I might. Maybe I might. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the editing portion of it. Yes! So let's talk about it. Back in 2020, I remember I downloaded this application, Amino, because oh, not 2020. I think it's like 2019 or something, 2018, around those days. But I remember back in elementary school or early high school, me and my friends would, you know, just be in the white scene or like the American scene or whatever weird kids we were back then. But my friend showed me this application, and it's called Amino. In Discord, there's like these community things, and then there's like posts and stuff like that. But Amino is like, I wouldn't say a step ahead, or maybe it's just a different genre of application. But Amino is like Facebook, except for communities, if you will. So like, imagine if like you're part of like the Steven Universe fandom. Imagine Amino as a Facebook for Steven Universe. So there's different other communities that have different niche. We have the Undertale Amino, we have the Steven Universe Amino, we have the My Hero Academia Amino. I can't see, like, it's like coming back to my head right now, and I'm having a hard time because it's like, it's so crazy how that used to be my past. This is not really a very hard topic for me, so I am not like gripping onto my knees. I'm not like, oh, I cannot talk about this, it's gonna trigger my... When I downloaded the application, I was like, okay, my friends is there, I should go on it too, because I have a bunch of niche interests too. So I downloaded the application and I joined my first ever community, which is my friends' community. So we made this like GC thing. It was like for our friend group thing, but essentially we just made it for posting random shit and stuff like that. And I think a bunch of my other friends joined in too, because it was like a fun thing to do at the time. Then I left and that whole community just went down. And plus, it wasn't even doing anything. We were just like, I don't know, like 30 people. So what are we gonna do as 30 people? What was my next action? I just moved on to the next community, which was the My Hero Academia Amino and the Undertale Amino. Oh my goodness, guys, if I could just remove that memory out of my brain, I would. And I wonder, guys, can you comment down below? Have you guys ever had Amino at all? Do I sound crazy? Because I know you Gen Alphas who are watching this video right now, I have no idea whether or not you guys know what Amino is, okay? For all I know, you guys are probably thinking about Discord or the e-girls or the age regressors on Roblox. But in my time, in Gen Z time, we had Amino. So let's go into the depths of Amino. So first, it's the Undertale Amino, a place where all of the people who like Undertale post their OCs, post their posts, and roleplay. Roleplay, yes, roleplay. I said it, roleplay, and I'm gonna share my experience there. I think I was like a very naive child when I was on the Undertale Amino. I would join inside all of these like chat rooms filled with role-playing tags and stuff like that. And I would have an OC, or I would have a like character. I think, well, my character that I always used was like Sans. Or like Fel Sans. Oh my god. Oh my god. And I would like roleplay in my own world, and we were so illiterate. And there was like different terms too. It was like semi-literate, literate, or illiterate. And I think, you know, as much as I would like to say that I am a semi-literate person, I think during that time I was kind of illiterate. I mean, asterisk hugs you, asterisk. Like, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, don't piss me off. So during that time, when I was in high school, I remember joining this singular chat room because in the communities, or in Amino in general, there's like a voice chat feature. I was trying to I was trying to roleplay as the character in real life in voice chats. And that's what that's what all of the people were doing back then. Guys, I'm telling you. Unfortunately, I was a victim of that. So, in the very start of the video, I said, I'm a victim. I was not lying, unfortunately. I remember when I was in this one singular chat room. So, upon editing this video, I kind of realized I put so much detail onto this experience, and I don't think I'm ready to be sharing all that online. And I'm really sorry. So, I'm just gonna share my experience in like a really enclosed summary. So here, I went inside of the Amino and I met this bad person. They were really old and I was really young. All of those combined, they don't really mix well into a singular memory. So I'll just leave it at that. But during the time when I was still infatuated by this person, apparently they died one day and I wasn't able to fully accept that, because I thought that I had so much connection with the person. So yeah, I'm fine though. Don't worry, trust. Yeah, moving on from that situation, moved on to another situation. I'm not gonna give you the whole entire rundown. I'm gonna spare you the details. So I'm gonna say this in a class of '09 re-up fashion. It's funny when a guy tells his story, only to be told back it's unrealistic. So I was groomed by a 20-year-old, and then I also got groomed by this one other person in Undertale because he also told me that my voice was kind of hot. 15, I also was in a relationship with a 19-year-old, and I think I told most of my high school friends. So let's move on to the My Hero Academia fandom, guys. I don't think the fandom was the same as like everything else, because like I joined so many other ones. I joined the Ed's World fandom, I joined the anime fandom, I joined the Bendy and the Ink Machine fandom. So it's not just the My Hero Academia, the Undertale Amino that I was part of. I was part of literally everywhere. You know that one TikTok, the like, hi, I'm Bunny. You know, that like the Oliver, like all of them are in that godforsaken app. I remember I had like a bad bitch phase where I thought to myself, I'm not gonna let anyone run me over. So what if I just give people the shit, the run of the mill? What I did is I insulted every single person that I've ever met inside of every single VC that I've ever joined in. And you wanna know who my character was? You wanna know who my profile was? Kirishima. Kirishima Eijiro. You know, I set up my profile picture like this. There was a gray Instagram fonts everywhere to make it look aesthetic and pretty. Mind you, I was like a child insulting a grown-ass man. And for some reason, I would like to say I was the mature one there. Because you know what they were doing? There was a 13-year-old and there was a 20-year-old having couple shit in the VC. While I'm over there being like, are you being for real? And that's the truth. And that's the truth. You guys will have no idea. I think it's one miracle that I would ever say is that thank God the Amino app is like gone now. Because if the Gen Alphas got there, or like if the Gen Alphas infiltrated that whole entire ordeal, I think we would fail as a generation. I feel like there are so many things, there are so many problems in Amino to the point where I think the Gen Alphas should not be part of it, okay? But that's what I think. Moving on, that's the whole entire consensus of what happened in these Aminos. And I just want to like close this whole entire chapter by saying that social media is very scary. I advise all of the parents who are watching this video, teenagers or any people out there, to always go inside of these social medias with guards up. You know, it's okay to consume, it's okay to join, it's okay to make communities, but sometimes you have to understand that, you know, what happened to me could also happen to you guys too. And this is like a very canon event inside of my whole entire life and reshaped my whole entire history. My mom once found out that I was talking to a person in Amino because I didn't have a password back then. And God knows what. God knows what. So I want to delve into more of the culture or like the more commentary videos because I've been talking about what I've experienced, but I want to mention on the actual culture in these places. If I can describe Amino to be a sentence, the safe place for predators. And unfortunately, as much as I hate saying that, it really is the truth. And there's nothing I can really do about that. Amino as a whole is home to so many lol cows, potential lol cows. Thank God they didn't have any social media platform post anything. Imagine all of those lol cows and all of those allegations made against them about how they target minors, how they target every single person under the sun. It's enclosed into a singular community. And you might think that it must have been better than this. Like, is it really that bad? And then unfortunately, I would like to say no, but unfortunately, the reality it is. There are so many instances where minors, friends that I've had in that application who got attacked by these grown-ass men and grown-ass women, okay? It's not just me who's the victim. A lot of people out there with unsupervised screen time, they get affected and they get groomed by these other people. But with all of the negative, there's also some positives. I had no outlet to put all of my sketches, all of my art, all of my OCs. Like, the only community that I had before was like Sketch. And I don't know if the Generation Z experienced this, or I don't know if this is like a small community of artists or small niche. But when I was like, I think 10 years old, I used Sketch. And it's this like application like Ibis Paint, except like very, very old gen, like super old generation application where you can put your art there and post it to a community. It's like artists as a whole. Comment down below if you've ever experienced that too, or if you've ever got to that era. I don't know. Anyway, we have so many artists, so many people, so many random people who just like the franchise. And I can see how this application could have the potential to be a positive application. But the problem is there are people who are, you know, there are shit. And the moderators are also shit. And the owners themselves are really shit. That's where I end this entire ordeal. This video is just to like give a sense of solace or like closure to the people who are just like me, who've been groomed or sexualized or who experienced the ringer in this application. And to the people who are still able to laugh at these experiences, I want you guys to comment down below of your own experiences, and I would do my best to reply to every single one of them. And, you know, it's okay to have a gag and a giggle. I don't think these experiences like affected me in any way, shape, or form in the present time, because I feel like those are just ingrained into my being to the point where it doesn't really affect my livelihood. But it still exists, and I'm still okay, I guess, whatever. And I feel like the new social media now, even though it's still not perfect, there's a bunch of that goes on. At least it's not Amino. But you want to know something? A lot of these YouTubers who could profit off of like getting predators in jail should really have indulged in the Amino days. I swear, all, if not like most of the people inside of that freaking community, like all of the people from each community are predators. They're all predators. They're all predators. So yeah, failed opportunity for all of you guys. Sorry to all of those cryptic YouTubers who tracked down online. I guess Discord is your final option because there's e-boys, e-daters, e-girls everywhere. So yeah, so final remarks. This is the outro of the section. Yeesh, sorry guys for all of the negativity that I just brought into this whole entire YouTube video. It's supposed to be like a funny laugh, haha, hurrah type of thing, but it ended up becoming a commentary video, which I think I would like to hold off because I want to do challenges again, because I want to draw more and stuff like that. But people have been requesting this video to happen. If you guys want to follow me in my other social media, because that's where all of my art is, you can click down below. I changed it to link so that you guys can just get directed to the actual page. If you want to like tag me in an art piece, there's a hashtag down below that you can use to tag me in all of your art and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day, night, afternoon, and maybe even midnight. For all of those, say it with me everybody, Omegaverse, Beta, and Alpha believers out there. Baron signing off.